Trending now currently on the internet space is what looks like Alhaji Baba-Ahmed Datti, who was a running mate to Mr. Gregory Peter Obi in the 2023 presidential election, has dumped the ADC coalition. Yes, this very news started making rounds on the internet space after a video clip of Alhaji Baba-Ahmed Datti surfaced online where he was having a meeting with Julius Abure's led faction of the Labour Party. In that very video clip, he maintained that Labour Party has grown so big in Nigeria to be abandoned, and consequently that he has gone back to Labour Party and he is ready to make peace between Mr. Peter Obi and Julius Abure's led faction of the Labour Party. Well, this very news, I can tell you, is not a very big surprise to me, because Nigeria is a very highly complex society, a highly multi-ethnic, religiously, diverse society, where different opinion and the level of politicking and the level of politics that goes on behind closed doors in this country is not something you would take for granted. And for the records, when the ADC coalition was formed, I remember that Baba-Ahmed Datti was granted an interview, and he maintained, in his opinion, that the coalition is made up of individuals who are desperate for power, individuals who have, varying desires of presidential ambition. He also maintained that the ADC coalition must present a candidate that will be unprecedented to APC government, that Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu needs to be taken out of office only by a man who can actually outweigh him and take him out of office come 2027. He maintained that the strategy of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is already well known to APC, that Tinubu will go ahead and defeat him if Atiku becomes the presidential flag bearer of ADC. Later on, he maintained that he is equally ready to work with whoever that emerges from the ADC primaries. Well, good people of Nigeria, I can tell you, in his assertions, he has always maintained that Peter Obi remains, that very figure that stands a chance of, beating Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu hands down. But this time, Baba-Ahmed Datti is taking a different turn, going back to Julius Abure's, led faction of the Labour Party. And you must not forget that just recently, Julius Abure was in a closed-door meeting with the FCT Minister, Honorable Nyesom Ezenwo-Wike. What puzzles me here is what exactly, Baba-Ahmed Datti and how he intends to make peace between Peter Obi, other members of Labour Party like Governor Alex Otti, with this faction of, Julius Abure. We have always prayed as Christians that the afflictions of the past should not come back the second time. I don't know if Baba-Ahmed Datti is trying to bring back the afflictions of the past. But anyways, make una listen to Baba-Ahmed Datti.
Restore yourself to your former position. I have attended and I have listened to the coalition attempts, yet I still remain in Labour Party. I am not one to sleepwalk into any political arrangements. I call on all well-meaning politicians and members of Labour Party not to sleepwalk and allow themselves to be led into what they still are not comfortable with. I must say, in the past, a coalition was made. And in the past, a sitting Nigerian government was voted out. I note with pleasure that this is what we as Labour Party did in 2023 and what we are about to do again in 2027. I note again that the coalition genuinely plans and intends to vote out the misruling APC. However, the government that follows is even more important than the act of removing a government itself. A government was removed, and what followed after was disaster. So I'm saying that I, personally, am more of the opinion that it is the kind of government that we form that is more important to me not just the act of removing the APC. To be accorded the privilege of attending this important meeting. Labour Party is not a party to walk away from. The successes, the history that Labour Party of Nigeria has recorded is unique and unprecedented. We presented clear records and evidence of 10 million votes scored in the last election, thereafter reduced to 6.1 million votes. And for that, I still remain, Labour Party is not a party to walk away from. The act of state capture is a more onerous task than causing disunity and disaffection among and within political parties. After the tragedy of 2023, Nigeria was promised governance, yet we continued to experience unrelenting, underhand politics going on within the country, within the regions, between the regions, and within the parties. A lot of water, as they say, has passed under the bridge. I'm here as a loyal party member. I'm here as a peacemaker, and I'm also here to look. Having said that, I'm here.
Well, in my own opinion and my own personal political calculations in Nigeria, Baba-Ahmed Datti made some vital points. Labour Party has grown so big. It's a very big platform which has made significant progress in the Nigerian political, ecosystem, especially in the last presidential election in 2023. Is not something that must be taken for granted. However, I do not entirely think that Baba-Ahmed Datti will make any significant progress from the approach he's taken so far. And I also do not know whether his approach is political, whether there are some political undertones, owing to the fact that there are too many complex conflicts, fragmentation, divisions, and schisms in Labour Party. How does Baba-Ahmed Datti want to reconcile the Senator Usman Nenadi's led faction of Labour Party, where we have Governor Alex Otti, Peter Obi, and that of Julius Abure, as well as that of Lamidi Apapa? Because after the court disqualified Julius Abure from the national chairman of Labour Party, INEC, I think, recognized Julius Abure as the chairman of the Labour Party. And Lamidi Apapa is also coming up with his own argument that as the most senior, in Labour Party, that he is supposed to head, the administration of Labour Party. How does Baba-Ahmed Datti want to reconcile these three fragments of Labour Party? It is seemingly impossible because the opposition, the APC government, already infiltrated the two factions, Julius Abure's faction and that of Lamidi Apapa. So every attempt he's trying to make now will land into more perpetual crisis, deception, and whichever way you want to describe it. So I do not see Baba-Ahmed Datti making any significant success or progress in this approach, except if there is a new strategy that he's coming up with. One mind is also telling me that just maybe there has been a discussion between Baba-Ahmed Datti, Julius Abure, and Nyesom Wike, and it is yet to unfold what that discussion is all about. This is just a speculation, but I can tell you, the Peter Obi's, Labour Party has also come out to debunk and distance themselves from this meeting that Baba-Ahmed Datti had with Julius Abure. This was made known by the leader of the obedient movement, Yunusi Tanko, who came out to say that they are not aware of Baba-Ahmed Datti's meeting with Julius Abure, and they distance themselves from that, and they will continue to render their services, their loyalty and mobilization, behind Peter Obi in preparedness for 2027. So it is really going to be a very difficult one, in my own opinion. However, I must not undermine the fact that winning an election in Nigeria of today, this is why I frown at people who do not understand the importance of this coalition. You see, coalition in this material time is one of the strategies that is necessary to remove APC from government in Nigeria, whether you like it or not. The way Nigerian politics is, it requires a very sophisticated strategy to actually remove these people. And that brings me back to what I've earlier said, that both Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, El-Rufai, Rotimi Amaechi, and David Mark, if these people can also learn some lessons from Alhaji Baba-Ahmed Tinubu, how he differed and forgot about his political ambition from 2015, and allow Buhari, who was very prominent and acceptable to the Nigerian society, having sold to us the market, the business of integrity, that he's a man of integrity, and he's an ex-general, that he's coming to quench, insecurity within 6 months. Everybody bought into that. So what does that tell you? We still need a man who is publicly and widely acceptable in Nigeria of today to lead, the flag in the coalition. If Atiku, Rotimi Amaechi, and El-Rufai, could not shelve their presidential ambition, that means the coalition will fail. I don't know if this is where Baba-Ahmed Datti is also seeing that coalition from, that is giving him the impetus and the courage to go back to Julius Abure, trying to reconcile Labour Party. I don't know, but it is still a very pregnant situation, which in the coming days and weeks, it will be more clearer to, cat and rat in Nigeria. We sincerely hope that the best will prevail at the end of the day, because we can't afford to allow APC to continue, leading this country into more perpetual hardship. They have done enough in the last 10 years. Therefore, at this point, I'll allow you guys to be the judge. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section, and share this video. May another person see am. God bless you.